Okay, so we asked everybody 4 questions actually. The first, we asked them whether they knew any of Newton's 3 laws.
Not really. Oh, look, I know there are 3 of them, right?
An object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an outside force.
Alright.
A force will always create. Something about equal and opposite reaction forces, something like that. I forget exactly how it's phrased. I can't remember the last phrase.
Okay, so the first one isn't it like objects that are in motion stay in motion?
I forget them.
For sure, once something gets going, it's going to keep going. Unless a force acts upon it.
Objects in motion stay in motion.
Every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction.
It's fine if you don't. It's fine if you don't know them. We can.
Any force that has no other factors acting on it, it's like anything. If you see a projectile moving but there's no friction acting on it, then
An object in motion.
an object in motion
Outside
stays in
force is
motion.
applied. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion, and every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Nice.
And there's one more in there somewhere.
Yes. Okay.
Whatever's in motion stays in motion.
So obviously, we all know Newton's 3 laws, and just as a review though, the first law is that all objects will stay in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. The second law is that force equals mass times acceleration, and the third law is that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Okay, so our first question was, if we had a soccer ball in a frictionless environment and we kicked it, after the kick, once the forces were balanced, would it move at a constant speed, a steadily increasing speed, or a steadily decreasing speed?
Constant.
Okay.
Okay. It'll keep moving.
It'll keep moving at a constant speed?
Yeah.
It'll have constant speed.
Okay.
Okay.
It can be constant.
I'll say it'll keep going at the same.
Ball.
It will maintain a constant velocity. Probably increasing.
Being kicked, so it should remain constant.
Okay. And then, so the ball will result in constant motion because after the kick, all forces are balanced, and balanced forces result in an object staying in motion.
For our second question, we took 2 marbles and we said, if one has a greater mass, but let's say we go out into outer space, how would you figure out which one had the greater mass?
I don't know.
You could set them a short distance apart, and then whichever was lighter would be pulled in towards the heavier one. They would both be pulled towards each other, but they would meet not in the middle, but slightly towards where the heavier one started.
Shit, I'm thinking physics. I should know this. I don't know how.
Does she just throw them and the one that goes faster? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you could apply the force and then measure the differences and see which one goes further.
If we're in space and we give an equal forced shove to both objects, then the object with more mass will change its position or move less than the object with less mass, as objects with more mass have a higher inertia than objects with less mass, and are therefore more resistant to change.
Okay, so for our third question, we said if we had a stretch of freeway and a semi-truck and a slug bug, both moving at the same speed towards each other, and when they collided, would the slug bug exert more force on the semi-truck? Would the semi-truck exert more force on the slug bug, or would they both exert the same amount of force on each other?
I think the truck would exert a greater force, because that's more mass.
The truck exerts a greater force on the car.
Would the truck exert a great amount of force on the car?
Do they exert
equal.
the same amount of force on each other?
Yeah.
You say they're going at the same speed?
Yes.
I think the truck exerts more force on the small car because it's along with it has more mass and along with its speed carries more force than the smaller car.
All right, thanks. That's all we need.
Isn't it like equal? The truck exerts more power. 'cause
Okay.
It's so much bigger.
Force on the other.
Okay, so equal.
Okay, then the truck.
The answer is that they exert the same amount of force on each other, as Newton's third law states that every action has an opposite and equal reaction. The thing that causes the sled bug to move more is that it has a less mass than the semi-truck, and therefore a less inertia and less resistance to change in motion.